These are your BYU-Idaho Radio morning headlines for Thursday, April 23rd, 2026. Thanks for listening. I'm Noah Allen. The hiker who died last week falling from Angel's Landing in Zion National Park has been identified. KSL News reports Utah's Office of the Medical Examiner identified the man as 68-year-old Gilberto Ramos of Laredo, Texas. Ramos was hiking at the park when he fell from the chain section of the Angel's Landing Trail at around 2 p.m. last Friday. Park rangers and local law enforcement responded to the incident after receiving reports from visitors. Ramos was located on the north side of Angel's Landing in Zion Canyon near Big Bend. The West Rim Trail, including Scout Lookout and Angel's Landing, was temporarily closed during response and recovery operations. The National Park Service and Washington County Sheriff's Office are still investigating the fall. Search and rescue teams in Teton County, Wyoming, were kept busy this past weekend, saving several injured and ill people. A post from the Teton County Search and Rescue Facebook page responded to 2 emergency calls over the weekend. At around 3 p.m. last Saturday, they received a report that a local male snowboarder suffered a severe leg injury while descending a line on the Great White Hump, located north of Teton Pass. It was the second time this month that a skier or snowboarder was injured after getting caught in an avalanche in this same zone. The second rescue call came in the next day just before 5 p.m. The incident involved 2 hikers who were attempting to walk from Cache Creek to the Game Creek Divide and then return via the Skyline Trail. The party called 911 after ascending the Game Creek Divide, saying they were too exhausted to continue. With weather conditions warming up as we approach spring and summer, outdoor adventures become more popular, making preparedness a crucial step in planning your outdoor trips. Kind Conservatory will host its second annual Candlelight Gala in May at the Stevens Performing Arts Center at Idaho State University. The gala is the main event of the GEMS piano competition, and community members and their families are invited to enjoy a night of calm music with refreshments. The goal of the event is to raise funds so Kind Conservatory can continue to provide scholarships and other opportunities for youth and students to take music lessons. Natalia Lauk is the conservatory director. The base goal is to raise $9,000 for the main prizes. If Kind Conservatory is able to hit $12,000, it will allow all entry fees to be waived for participants in the competition. Finally, $15,000 would give Kind Conservatory the ability to give away additional scholarships. Lauk says people should be excited for May 15th.
So I think that's the night that everyone could check in their calendar and say May 15th, that's the night I get to relax and listen to beautiful music and at the same time support arts and youth in Idaho.
Attendees will also be able to try more than 100 pianos for free that will be on display from Piano Gallery. The Candlelight Gala will be held Friday, May 15th in the Jensen Grand Concert Hall. For more information, go to kindconservatory.org. These have been your BYU-Idaho Radio morning headlines for April 23rd, 2026. Thanks for tuning in. More news, interviews, and great content are available on our podcast feed. Just search for BYU-Idaho Radio on your favorite podcast apps. We're on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, and more. For BYU-Idaho Radio, I'm Noah Allen.